Folks, when I woke up this morning, there were a lot of things I was expecting, okay? More crappy weather from California, more discourse about Steve, do we ban him or not? We'll cover that in another video. But the main thing I was not expecting was to see the beloved end to one of the most impactful organizations that has ever entered the Smash scene. And to a certain extent, I didn't even think it was real. When I saw the tweet, I was like, this has got to be like getting a jump on April Fools, right? Something to just kind of mess with people before we even get there. But unfortunately, it is as real as I am black. And let me tell you, folks, I am quite black. But let me direct your attention to exactly what I am talking about. Right here, my man LD, one of the founders of Beyond the Summit. He sits at the head of the table. He's like, if you're one of those weebs, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the Espada, okay? And at this table, they have made a lot of impactful and pivotal decisions that have helped the Smash Brothers community. But today's decision or announcement, however you want to look at it, is truly just insane. I mean, it literally came out of nowhere. On the future of Beyond the Summit, you click this link and it'll take you to here. It is a whole, basically just like a summary of everything they've been through. It says Beyond the Summit started 11 years ago with 2 Dota commentators and a dream. And they turned that dream into a reality that would benefit so many players and some of their, obviously their employees, just communities in general. And I encourage you all to just take the time to read this because it is very insightful on their humble beginnings, you know, how they didn't take a lot of VC money or any VC money, excuse me, and it just did things by themselves, including at some points just like, you know, neglecting their own pay to make sure the other payrolls are fulfilled. I mean, that goes to show you the level of people you're dealing with. And I want to read an excerpt from this because I think it's very important that we at least touch on a portion of that. And it reads this. Throughout this time, our #1 priority has been to ensure that our team doesn't get hung out to dry. We've been closely monitoring our financial situation, and over the last few weeks, we've reached an impasse. If we keep going and things don't improve, we could run the company into the ground and not be able to pay anything. But if we let everyone go now, we can give them advance notice, a head start to figure out future plan, and a good severance offer. We don't want to leave our community out in the cold. We don't want to leave them with uncertainty, constantly wondering and worrying when the money will run out. We care about everyone who has helped build BTS. They have all given so much, and they deserve to know exactly what is happening and have the best possible chance to land on their feet. Now, based on our current financial outlook and how challenging the next year looks, we've decided that it would be irresponsible to keep BTS going in its current structure. So after nearly 11 years in business, we've made the extremely difficult decision to let all our people go. All of our full-time staff we've notified at all hands on meeting earlier today. We felt we owed it to the community, our friends, and our partners to share our story, but we would like to kindly ask that everyone give our people some time and space to process this news in their own way. To ease their transition, BTS will be keeping all full-time staff on payroll for the next 2 weeks. Everyone will be offered 2 weeks of severance plus additional severance based on their time with the company. We'll also be paying to continue healthcare coverage for our employees through the end of April. Wow, that is a lot. And it speaks volumes to the kind of people who worked at BTS, right? These are people who legitimately cared about the scene, making BTS the best it could be. And even when they're like, okay, well, we got to shut shit down, still making sure people are taken care of. I respect the hell out of that. I have a lot of friends who work at BTS. Shouts to Michelle, shouts to Shannon, shouts to Mikey, Marshall, just a slew of names that I've had the pleasure of meeting through, you know, all the summits I've worked. Because I've been lucky enough to work every single Ultimate Summit, you know what I'm saying? And it breaks my heart to know that this is it. This right here for the foreseeable future is the last Smash Ultimate. And I've seen a couple people on Twitter posting like, oh, well, you know, can't, you know, Ludwig or Moist Esports step in and just listen, as great as they are, they can't bankroll every single issue this community faces. Sometimes shit just happens and the shit sucks, but it is the reality that we face. So Ultimate Summit 6, as far as we know, will be the final Smash Ultimate Summit. It's going to be crazy, to say the least. And the competitive names in it, like these are the people who have a chance to win the final Smash Ultimate title. Akola, Leo, Proto, who's going to be the defending champion, Apollo Kage, Spargo, Tweak, Big D, Light, Gluttony, Mutes, Karama, and then of course the 4 Vodens, Void, Netoru, Aaron, and Hungrybox, with one more name to be decided at Collision. Now, it's easy to say that you know, hey, the esports bubble is bursting. Maybe they just decided like, okay, we're still running at a little profitability. Let's just get the hell out of here. Like, you know, like the Guard did, right? The Guard did it in such a goofy fashion. They like flew people out, moved them to LA, and then 2 days later they fired them. What a bunch of bums, okay? But BTS is not cut from that cloth, okay? These are legit people who do a legit job, who actually give a shit about the communities they're in. And for that, personally, I appreciate so much. Now, Smash as a whole is interesting, right? Like Smash itself isn't really going to change, right? Like you have the same notable characters from Smash, you know what I'm saying? The Nintendo franchise, third-party companies, questionable Wi-Fi at times. So that's all staying the same. But the competitive aspect of it is definitely changing. I mean, you look at the calendar for this year, it doesn't seem like there's quite as many events, you know what I'm saying? Or at the very least, they're not as impactful. We've lost a couple of circuits. We're losing BTS. Smash is in a, you know, top players are getting dropped from sponsorships you never expected. Like Smash is in a little bit of trouble on that scale. And, you know, for me, somebody who's a commentator and can easily say BTS is easily one of the best work events I've ever worked, you know what I'm saying? From as far as like how they treat you, to your rate, to the experience. I mean, it's just a 10 out of 10 every time, which is why I never turn them down when I get offered to go. But nonetheless, I mean, that's all, like that's out the window now. Like this is going to be the final Ultimate Summit. I encourage every single person to, if you can, you know what I'm saying, get some merch, get something to keep supporting them. Let them know just how much we do value them. Of course, the summit system was never without like its flaws and controversy, even up until the last one that just finished up a couple days ago with record-breaking votes. But it's been a staple of the community. It's been something that you could always look forward to. You knew that weekend, Summit Weekend, was something you're probably going to take every day, some time to just sit down, watch, and chill, because it wasn't just Smash. It was a good reflection and showing of those players' personalities, which I always appreciated, whether it be the side events or the skits. It just kind of came together to something special. And that's something that's never going to be like replicated, I don't think. Like Summit was its own thing. It was its own beast. And again, this just sucks, man. Like this is, you know, I'm doing a good job keeping in all the emotion, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm hurt. This sucks. Like this legitimately sucks. And I'm curious to know how you guys are feeling about this too. I mean, you know, again, this is not the start to the week I was looking for, but you know, it is the reality of the situation. And yet again, another L the Smash community has to hold en route to hopefully finding some way to just start recovering and trending back up the right way, because right now it's looking scary. But like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking.